What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Friday, September 2nd, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here and Sterling for your daily astrology horoscope. Hope everybody's doing outstanding. I just realized that I wanted to say rabbit, but it turns out I didn't even wake up on the 1st. I've been awake for 34 hours straight, so... But it was worth it because I got this guy and we just made it back. It's horoscope time. All right, let's take a look at the astrology. Sterling's going to do the drawing. I'm just going to talk to you about the astrology. He wants to help. Here, let's start fresh. We'll clear this out. Now, you just get to figure out what's going on and I'll just tell them, okay? All right, deal.
I'll just draw.
Okay, we're going to have that sun at 10 degrees Virgo, stepping into that second decan. This is, in some ways, what I would consider a manifestation degree. It is like the 1, yourself, and the 0, the creative, the creative kind of force of nature coming through, very like Sun-Pluto energies, in my opinion. So there's this very creative aspect of manifestation that's coming through as that moon finishes up. In Scorpio, it's definitely like... going through some very intense things. It starts off the day with the square to Saturn, and then by the end of the day, before it does come into Sagittarius by the evening, it squares over to Venus in Leo. And Venus is finishing up here in Leo, but it is the only planet that's moving fast. It just got out of a yacht. It just got out of a quincunx to Pluto. And I think this is a big moment where we have to release. We have to get to the deeper core in our personal life of what's holding us back from the love that we're looking for, the manifestations that we're looking for, and how to receive that from the universe without trying to, manipulate.
Look at me, I drawed.
That looks amazing. That's kind of how it is. It's like trying to manipulate situations to make life, better for ourselves in a way, but that can be a positive note if it's not to just make things crazy like this chart right now. I feel like we have to get to what's beautiful, and it's about releasing what isn't beautiful, what isn't of the heart, which is probably some intense situations that we're done with in our personal life and that we had to take kind of that. Did you clear it? Oh, you switched it to my email. Here, I'll clear it for you.
Then I'll just draw again.
Clear ink. Okay. Which is trying to have us receive more good things, more abundance. I think it's interesting that Mercury is in shadow here. It is about to go retrograde here in just 7 days. So we're a week away from that Mercury retrograde. It's finally it's going to be just kind of pacing with Mars this week in that trine. So we've been feeling a lot of that, which I think is giving us a big helping hand when it comes to the curiosity to express our nature, to find that balance and that beauty that we're looking for through sort of these big Venus aspects in life, and the relationships, the money, our self-worth, loving ourselves. These are the most important things that I think we want to dive deeper into. That moon's also going to sextile over to Pluto in Capricorn right as Venus is coming off that quincunx. And I think that it's just bringing a lot of depth to the table that we need to see and we need to release. And that's where the moon in Scorpio has a hard time. It wants to hold on to things for the next life and the next life and the next life. And it's almost like we can hold grudges on things when right now we got to kind of get out of that situation. With the sun here in Virgo, pointing the finger, blaming, judging, holding grudges isn't going to get us anywhere. We have to find the constructive conversations to bring balance into our relationships. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. You on this is going onto that screen, and then people see it on YouTube. Isn't that crazy? I know. So it's like we have to figure out the constructive conversations to bring beauty and this harvest into our reality, and we have to be okay with maybe some things do need to change, but they're not going to change unless we speak up for them. And I think that that's one of the beautiful parts of this is I think that deep down within us, we're ready now to have conversations if we need to. We're ready to make the transmutation, and we're ready with a moon that's going to come into Sagittarius at the end of the night to kind of look at the bright side, look at the positive side. I know this moon in Scorpio has been hard for me, especially not sleeping. I'm just what? So I think that there is a bright side, and I think that it does come on this Friday. And I think that the depth and the level that we see in the relationships in our life and with value and with our personal things and with the reality we're looking for, we're at a place where we can manifest them in a very powerful way. And especially with Venus getting closer to Regulus, I mean, this is a time to really treat yourself like that regal being you are. And it's just going to be better that way. The moon's also going to trine over to Neptune in Pisces. And I think that this is adding a very deep level of psychic attunement to our day. So there's very in-depth feelings.
Play on computer now.
Yes. Yes, you can. Here you go. Thank you for your help. He's done. He finished. He's done with the horoscope. So, it's bringing this depth and this feeling and this psychic attunement that is really actually giving us a lot of favors, but it's coming through the sensitivities and so much heavy and deep emotion. But that is where we know where the value is. That's where we know where the return on investment is. And that's how we're going to make the action moves and conversations that bring things into balance. Because I know my life has been out of balance, and I mean, I feel like other people are in a similar position right now just from conversations I've had. This Friday is the day to get the weekend rolling into a better place and to really find the happiness, the enjoyment, the love that we're truly looking for. So I feel like the intuition is going to be so strong, and going against that feeling and that gut impulse right now that would really tell you how to graduate situations, to transmute and to really metamorphosize and alchemize reality is where the purity is going to be at. And we don't want to let those things slip by. So it's a very important day to grab that and own it and, start making reality amazing for yourself. And I think a lot of that comes down to perspective and just being able to alchemize within yourself the perspective to make this Friday a really positive one that's setting you up for the weekend. Let's take a look at the cards for today. Kind of funny having Sterling. He's like, I want to do the horoscope with you. I was like, okay, sweet. It's been a minute. Then leave. I'm not going to keep him here. The kid wants to go play. Go play. We were just in the car for so long. I didn't get any sleep. I tried to go to sleep. I couldn't fall asleep because it was like 3-4 hours before when I normally go to bed. And I had to leave at 8 in the morning to meet his mom halfway up the state of California. Actually, I went further, and there was crazy traffic on the Grapevine. So it took me 8 hours just to get to him. And it was 13 hours of driving on no sleep, and at this point 34 hours. So we just do the best we can. Dude wants to leave. I'm not going to fight him, The first card for the day is the Page of Swords in reverse. We want to have the conversations. We want to have the curiosity. This is what's going to open things up. Don't shy away from important talks that are going to help transmute and alchemize reality. Because 10 of Cups, if you're willing to do it, if you're willing to have the talks, if you're willing to not shy away from the curiosity and what you're feeling and get your mind in tune with how you're feeling, because that's just what's going to open up the whole happiness and all the abundance that you're looking for. Today can be a big catalyst moment. And the Victory card. I knew it. We're getting there, guys. Today's the day that turns things around. This Friday. It's a turnaround day. Even if you've been going in a really positive state and you've been crushing it right now, more payout, more victory, more valor, more just like on the right track stuff is showing up. And if you've been in like the muck right now, this is where we find victory through that situation and realize that it's going back the other way now. And there's a lot of good things to come as long as you're willing to embody your truth, your message, your love, and the abundance that you want. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Friday, and I'll see you all for the weekend forecast tomorrow. Much love. Peace.